From NBC News, this is Today with Matt Lauer and Meredith Vieira, live from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
Meantime, outside here, some people have a little bit of a chill, but it is getting warmer, and so we've got to think about grilling. And in fact, this morning we've got a tasty recipe from down under. It's called rum and coke ribs.
Oh, hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Coming up next, we're firing up the grills for a delicious rib recipe. But first, this is Today on NBC.
This morning on Today's Kitchen, it is time to fire up those grills. Australian chef Pete Evans has some great recipes. If you want to cook up something other than burgers and dogs, his new book is called My Grill, Outdoor Cooking, Australian Style. Pete, good morning.
Good morning. I just saw the segment about the dogs. We're not cooking dogs.
No, I didn't think you were cooking dogs.
Let's start with.
No, we're not cooking dogs.
I know we do some things differently in Australia.
Wow. You've got great chapters in the book. I like the one about getaway cooking. It kind of reminded me of those westerns I used to see with the kettle, the iron kettle hanging over the fire.
You got to get one of them. They're called a camp oven, and they're quite popular in Australia. And the food comes out wonderfully in there. I call it a Dutch oven as well, but just food cooked outdoors. I mean, that's what it's all about, and that's what we're doing here in New York City.
Yeah, okay. A lot of people are just starting up their grills for the season. All winter they've been shut down. What do you need to do to prepare your grill?
Well, I don't know what it's like over here, but in Australia we're quite lazy, okay? Or some of us can be. So the most important thing you can do is clean your barbecue or your grill every time that you've finished cooking, or before you start cooking as well. And the best thing to do, of course, is a wire brush. Okay. You just use that, really give it a good clean, and also oil your grill just on a bit of a hand towel.
But do you put it up, the heat up high and then clean? That's what I do. Is that?
Well, it's ideal to do it at the end of your cooking. Okay, while it's still hot, get it all off. You know, the last thing you want to do is a year later turn up and there's last year's
crusty ribs from last year. Speaking of ribs, let's talk about these rum and coke ribs. Are they really marinated with rum and coke?
They are. I'm going to show you. I know it's crazy. Usually I do a lot of healthy cooking, but today we're going to go for some rum and coke.
You're in the right crowd. Don't worry about
it. Off, right? So it doesn't matter.
So in here we've got the Coca-Cola. Okay, just like that. We've also got some tomato ketchup, and if you could be so kind as to pour the rum in.
Yeah, I'll pour.
What kind of rum are you using there?
We just use anything that's in the cupboard.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And we give that a stir. We've also got a little bit of garlic, and if you don't mind, a little bit of Tabasco sauce. Yeah. Okay. Depends how hot you want.
A little spice, yeah.
A little spice is good. And this, I love this. This is hoisin sauce, which is an Asian type of thick sauce, which really gives it a little bit of body and helps to coat the ribs. Now, this is probably the easiest recipe in the world to do, because everyone's got probably a bottle of rum at home. They've got some Coca-Cola in the fridge, and then Tabasco. And then we just pour it over the ribs.
Oh, just like that?
And we let it...
And these are pork ribs, right?
These are pork baby back ribs.
And it's interesting, you're putting it in a pan here because you're going to roast these for a little while before you put them on the grill.
Let's walk around there. Ideally, you'd leave that overnight in the fridge to really soak in.
And to marinate.
And then, the great thing about doing it like this is, you pass me the tongs, please, if there's some hanging there. We actually cook the ribs in a baking tray in the oven, uncovered, just with a hood. And you let them cook for about an hour and a half, and they get really nice and moist and soft. Onto the grill, let them get that beautiful charcoal flavour.
We're going to
for a minute or two, and I'll show you what they look like.
So you want them to get burnt a little bit?
You want that burny, beautiful flavour.
Right here, that looks great. We've got some finished ones over here.
Yeah,
in the few seconds we have left, though, I want you to tell me real quickly about roasting the corn. You do it in the husk.
You do it in the husk. Soak them in water for about 20 minutes, take out the silk, put it on the grill, cook them for about 20 minutes, and then brush it with some chili, some cilantro, and mix that through some butter, and it's perfect.
Gosh,
we've also got drinks. We've got pickled carrots.
You've got everything.
Are you going to try a rib?
The whole book is basically about, it's not only what you're cooking, it's enjoying the whole process with friends and family.
It is, and if you don't mind, I'm going to go in there.
I'll go in there also.
You want a rib?
Pete,
thank you so much.
This has been fantastic. Appreciate it. Good to have you here. We're back here after this.